Hey, good evening, good evening, good evening. All right, looks like Instagram is live. Facebook is now live. Good evening, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. Wednesday night edition of the College of Swing Era Knowledge. Let's make sure everyone's getting connected. Instagram is telling all of our followers that I've gone live. I have no idea what's going on in Facebook. Still, I don't know. I don't know if anybody's out there. I can't see who chimes in or who looks. So, all right. Let's let this phrase finish. Welcome, Joel's College of Swing Era Knowledge. Give a shout out if you're out there. Say hello on Facebook or a little wave on Instagram. Okay, there we go. That's enough of that. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Joel's College of Swing Era Knowledge. Monday, Jazz. Tuesday, Charleston. Tonight, Wednesdays, Lindy Hop and Jitterbug. Thursdays is Thursday evening swing night here in Spokane, our regular, normal 7 to 8 o'clock lesson. Fridays, Shag. Saturdays, Balboa and Bell Swing. And Sunday, Teachers and Organizer discussion. Just got a frog in my throat, so very professional. Okay, welcome to the College of Swing Era Knowledge. Tonight, the topic is messing with the rock step. Now, this, for some of you, this is for all levels of dancers. If you're brand new, this hopefully will help you in your own movement and hopefully in some of the classes that you're going to get to as things get lifted and you get out and about to class. For advanced dancers, if you've never heard about these things before, that's interesting, but I think you're going to like it. And for teachers out there, if you're not aware of this concept, I'm going to blow your mind and give you absolute connection gold and knowledge on the rock step. So, okay, so what do I mean by messing with the rock step? So all too often, I still go to classes. I observe classes to try to see what people are teaching and what people do out there. And all too often, I see teachers, whether it's like Lindy Hop or Jitterbug, and if I'm going to label things Lindy Hop, let's call it 8 count, Jitterbug, let's call it 6 count, whatever you want. But I see teachers, for example, in Lindy Hop classes say rock step, triple step, 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 triple step. And I see teachers in a Jitterbug or East Coast 6 count class say rock step, triple step, or whatever rhythm that might be. Or if you go triple, triple rock, it doesn't matter. But the thing is we're saying, we as teachers, and I'm guilty of it too, and I try to catch myself in class when I'm doing this. When we start to say rock step for the sake of saying the word rock step, then it becomes meaningless. And so, especially in a Jitterbug class, like, so a basic rhythm will be rock step, triple step, rock step, triple step, rock step, triple step. And so I just said rock step 3 times, but you're going to see in a second the importance of understanding the value of this moment in the dance, the importance of this moment. Okay, so I'm going to get up and everybody can start moving around with me as always. Okay, there we go. I got the microphone on because I'm going to turn my back so you can see my feet. And sorry, Facebook, you're not going to see my head, I don't think. And Instagram land, I think, is good. Okay, so once again, if you're out there, chime in, ask a question. Hopefully I'll see it pop up. And I'm going to get down on my feet here. Okay, so here's what I mean about some of the stuff I was just talking about. So let me get over to here. Yes, very good. Now you can see my feet. Okay, so for the sake of where I'm going to start right now, I'm just going to start on my left foot. Okay, so the core, if you want to talk my class on Monday about jazz and micro movement, the core movement of a rock step is 2 steps. Step, step, So I'm stepping on my left foot. Step, step. I'm just going to repeat that. So everybody get up and just go step, 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 step. That's it. Okay, so this is the core movement. I'm blowing your minds, aren't I? So this is the core movement, taking 2 steps, and I'm keeping that right underneath my hips. Now, what we usually talk about when we do a rock step, I'm going to turn this way, is we'll take a back and a forward. But I'm still taking those 2 steps. But I want to really kind of micro-analyze this for a second. So as I'm taking these 2 steps, do this with me, whether you're leading or following, going back on the right foot or the left foot. Right before you do that, you're going to feel a push. So I'm pushing, pushing. And as always, my left leg, my pant leg is up. Hopefully you can see that. And that's my left foot, and my right foot, pant leg is down. White shoes on the dark floor. So I'm pushing with the ball of my right foot, pushing my step to go back, and then I'm pushing my step to come back underneath me. Now this is going to be important for right now. Watch closely how my left foot stays, my right foot stays where it is. So I'm just going to step in place, and now I'm going to do the traditional rock step, but notice how my right foot stays right where it started. Okay, that's going to be important in a second. So here's the core movement. Here's your traditional rock step going back and forth, but I want you to really feel that quality of movement. Step underneath you now, push and push. Push and push, but that's a very equal movement, pushing your hips back. So it starts a little bit in the floor, generating that energy, but I'm really thinking about moving my center back and then moving my center forward. And there's that split little second of change of weight or change of direction where you're moving your center, but you find, I like this term, you find purchase on the floor. You're working the floor. You're using the floor to move, right? So if I don't move my hips anywhere, then all I'm going to do is stay right here. So I'm not moving my hips anywhere, but I'm going to think about taking my center back. I think about taking my center back, and I give that little push off the floor. Now I'm going to think about taking my center forward, and I'm going to get that little push back here. But it's not so much that I'm moving anywhere. So watch this again from the front. So I'm going to be here stepping in place, no hip movement. Hips go back and forward. Now if we repeat that motion, this is what you'll see in a lot of classes, like when you're separated doing the basic footwork. Now, especially from the back, I want you to see this. So usually 9 times out of 10, you'll see teachers do this when you're solo, no partner. Right? So we're just taking that back and forward, just those 2 steps. Okay, so we've got step, step in place. We've got back and under. Okay, so that's going to be, this is going to be what I'm going to call the basic rock step. Basic rock step. Okay, now what usually happens, so this is the first thing I want you to understand. What typically happens, let's say I have a partner here, what I see a lot of beginners do is now, as soon as you get connected with a partner, so now you're connected with a partner, they're in front of you, and the very first rock step, because the teacher just says rock step without talking about the connection, we're going to get to that in a second, but the teacher says rock step, and what do most people do? Watch the next time you're in a beginner class as a teacher, as a student, whatever, observer, and you're going to see, right? So watch this from the back. It's really interesting. It happens all the time. People go, now notice now my left foot is pointing this way and my right foot is pointing that way. I'm going to turn this way so you can see that. So my right foot is pointing this way and my left foot is pointing this way. And often I'll bring this up to students and I say, now if you walked in like this, it's all good. Right? So we just worked on doing this nice, what I'm going to call basic rock step, moving the hips back and forward. So when we do that and we have that quality of movement, then that's where we're going to feel this, again, what I'm going to call the basic rock step. Now I'm going to switch gears here on you. I'm going to actually go into follower footwork. Now, I've been saying this throughout my whole series. You want to be ambidextrous. If you can do things on your left foot, you should be able to do things on your right foot. But because of where we're going with this, I'm now going to switch to followers footwork. So followers, you will typically on your own go back on your right foot. right? So here's my basic rock step. I'll turn to the side. Same ideas as before. Hips are moving back and forward. Now, watch this very closely. I am going to do what we call a rotating rock step, but instead of thinking about taking my foot and hooking it behind, making it feel like I rotated, watch this. Rock step number 2, messing with the rock step. I'm going to do a rotating rock step here. Now this is really interesting. Watch the quality of movement on this. I'm going to turn this way. Here's my basic rock step. I'm going to get a rotating rock step. It's going to be led from my partner. I'm going to pivot in the ball of my left foot because I feel that rotation in my hip as a follower, and I'm going to do a rock step. But look at my feet. I'm ready to do this. Walk straight forward. Because I had that quality of movement of pivoting in the ball of my left foot, I did a rotating rock step, but I didn't sacrifice my own quality of movement. So I didn't feel a rotation and keep my left foot stuck on the floor and go rotate. And now I'm back to this. Watch, I'm not kidding you guys. It's so, after so many years of teaching, this is such a common habit for people to do, to get their feet into this position at some point during the dance. And to me, it's very unnatural. And if you do this at home with me right now. I feel a pretty good tweak in my right hip, and my left knee feels a little bit funky right now because I'm turning my hip away with this foot, but this is stuck on the floor. So a couple things are happening, like if you're too flat-footed and you get rotated, and boom, that knee gets stuck. You feel a tweak in the knee, and I feel a tweak in my hip. Man, I don't want to keep doing that. I do not want to keep dancing like that, because if I keep doing that for 2 hours, 3 hours a night, or for 2 years, I'm going to have all kinds of problems. But if I rotate my body, there's that rock step. Everything is in line. My hips, my knees, my feet, and I'm ready to move. So this is rock step number 2, everybody. Again, I'm doing follower footwork. Basic rock step is right here. Back and under. Back and under. Rock step number 2 is a rotating rock step. We're going to talk about why and how in a second. But I feel that pivot in the ball of my left foot, and I rotate. Okay, rock step number 3. Okay, now if any of you have ever taken a basic Jitterbug 6-count class from me, I've been doing this for years. And every time I do it, especially with people that have danced before, but they're like, oh, I'm just going to pop into Joel's beginner class, or better yet, like we'll do like a role reversal. Like people who usually lead will come in to follow, and vice versa. After the class, I can't tell you over the years the number of times people say, you know what, I've never heard somebody explain it like that, and now things start to make sense. I love to hear that because I'm kind of a junkie for connection, and I'm a junkie for physics, my engineering background and stuff. So I haven't changed the way I've done this for years because it makes sense, and you'll see how this all fits together. Because now I'm going to do rock step number 3. And so I'll often tell teachers or students, like, do you know the 3 basic rock steps? And they're like, well, what, rock step is just a rock step? No. Third rock step. So here I am. I'm going to do the basic. Again, I'm doing follower footwork. Back and right under. So I feel this movement. Now the third rock step, sometimes I call it a rock lead, a rock pull, or a push pull. Again, we're going to talk about connection in a second. So instead of going here and under, watch closely my left foot. I'm going to go here, there. Again, this is really important. You may be like, oh, this is no big deal, but get up off the couch, get out of your chair. Even if you're in your office on a rug or whatever, just get up right now. Here I am. Take 2 steps underneath you. Step, 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 step. And now do the traditional rock step. Go back and under and feel the hips. Back and under. Let's do a few rotating. Rotate, right? And then we're going to come back. We're going to rotate. One more time. We're going to rotate. Okay, now go back to the traditional rock step. Rock, step. Do one more. Now do a rock, rock, go. And you're going to feel that you went back on your right foot, but you gave a little extra juice coming forward. Now notice I'm putting my right hand out because for the followers, when they feel the lead of this, that's what causes that foot to go forward. So I don't want you to think that this is something that you just know. You know, like off the top of your head, there's a basic rock step, a rotating rock step, and a rock go. What you do is you feel this through your frame, and we're going to talk about this again in a second. Okay, actually, if my wife is watching out there, if the kiddos are chill, if you could come down, that would be awesome, but I think I can do this solo. Okay, so now, here's the first key point of messing with a rock step. There are 3 fundamental rock steps: the basic, the rotate, and the rock lead. All right, watch this again. So, core movement, stepping underneath you. Basic is back and under, back and under, rotating, pivoting, and rotating the rock step. It's still a back and usually under. It might have a little bit of movement there, but I'm pivoting in the ball of the foot. Rock step number 2, a rotating rock step. Rock step number 3, rock go. You see that better from the side. Rock go. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off. Come over here. So now, this is, does anybody have any questions out there? Because this to me is the most fundamental core thing about teaching the basics to a beginner and having them understand the difference between a vanilla basic that you're just doing the basic rhythm, whether it's Lindy hop or jitterbug, or if there's a turn that's coming. As a leader, it's my job to make my partner feel and look really good on the dance floor. I'm going to let my partner know in advance something rotational is coming. I'm going to rotate a rock step to set up a turn or rotation. If I want my partner to go from point A to point B, I'm going to rock lead. I'm going to lead, I'm going to pull my hand in a direction, and that gives my partner the sensation to take that rock go feeling. This is why it's so important to have this connection in your hands, that it's not just loosey-goosey and neutral. So again, I want to go back to what I normally see beginners do is they'll connect leader's left hand. Everyone can do this at home. Leader's left hand, follower's right hand. So put your left hand in front of you, right? Thumb up, little hook like this. Now take your right hand, drop it over the top. So your right thumb is pointing to you. This simulates kind of the connection that we'd have if I was standing up with a partner. My hand is on their back, or maybe I'm two-handed, but this is the connection that's in the leader's left hand and the follower's right hand. Okay, now as I play with this, there might be a neutral. And what I mean by neutral is, maybe you can see from this way, my hand is just kind of in the middle, right? And so as we start off, there might not be a compression or a tension. It might be neutral, which is fine. So this brings up some connection stuff. So now, if a follower, and this happens to me a lot, grabs onto my hand, I'm just going to feel that grab the whole time. And so as I try to do, and go ahead and do this, take your right hand and grab your left hand, and then move your left hand back and forth. Now, as a leader, what you're thinking of with that left hand is trying to create a rock step, a push and a pull, a shape. But what do you feel the whole time? You just feel a squeeze the whole time. Now check this out. Take your right hand, pull on your hand, so your fingertips to fingertips, pull the whole time. And so now again, take your left hand and try to move it back and forth. Again, your goal is a lead right now. Your left hand is your lead. You're trying to push and pull. But as you do that, what do you feel the whole time? You feel pulling the whole time, so you don't feel any difference. You don't feel any shape. Now, push the palm into the front of the fingers, and again try to push and pull, but you don't feel any difference. It just feels like a constant. 9 times out of 10 socially, the followers will grab my hand, right? Or they'll be so loose in the connection that I don't get any hook or any connection at all. It's one of those 2 things usually, but if I have a follower that really understands the power of the connection, now watch closely, I'm going to push and pull, push and pull. I'm going to get this thumb out of the way. There, I'm going to put it there. So I'm going to push, and you can do this at home, push into the palm of the hand, pull on the fingers. Push, pull, push. Now you start to feel a different sensation. Push, pull, push, pull. Now with this connection in mind, this is where I can do a basic. Basic, triple, triple, basic. It just feels like a Now, if I take this connection and I push it around the follower's hip, thinking about outside of her hip, that creates the rotation, which she's going to feel really good unless she's squeezing onto my hand and lets her arm go. That happens a lot. But if she feels the compression and goes around the hip, there's that rotating rock step. Now, if I want to do that rock lead, I'm going to push lead. So there's a lot more force, a lot more pull. Not a lot. I don't want you to think that this is forceful, but it's definitely more. So if I give a basic tone, I'm going to go. If I rock lead, I'm going to go. Right? So it's not a lot, but it's enough so the follower feels the difference. And this is how you put your frame and your connection together with a basic, a rotate, and a rock lead. Rock lead will be like an inside turn or an outside turn. So if you have a knowledge of these three fundamental rock steps and how they work for you as a leader, now you're shaping the dance. As a follower, now you don't have to guess where to go because you're hopefully feeling these three different rock steps. If you're not, if you're doing, as I say, holding hands and running around each other, it's okay. You can have fun doing that for a while, but any intermediate advanced movement using the frame and the connection to your advantage as a leader or follower, I won't be able to teach you that until you understand this fundamental basic concept, messing with the rock step. So just from the get-go, that alone, the basic rock step in place, back under, rotating, back, go. Okay, so now let's have fun with this. Now, if you're getting led in these different things, let me tilt this down again. Now we're going to get some styling to have some fun and play with the rock step. So now we're really going to mess with the rock step. Okay, I'm going to tilt that up just a little bit more. And again, I think I'm going to play with the followers' footwork. Leaders, you can do all this too. You just be going back on the left foot. Okay, so here's some styling things that can happen. So remember, our three basic rock steps are the basic, the rotate, and the rock go. Just feeling those three fundamental differences. So again, basic for a follower, rotate, and rock go. I'm going to turn that from the side so you can really see that. Basic, rotate, rock, go. Okay, so now, poof, I'm actually going to change now to leader's footwork for a little while. So now, as I'm doing this rock step, so leaders, again, I'm usually leading my partner. So like on an inside turn, I'll just take a basic rock, maybe turn slightly to the side, but give my follower that rock, go, triple step, triple. Or better yet, watch from this side. So I'm going to go rock, lead. There she goes, other side. Bringing it back this way. Rock, go. So you notice I'm doing kind of like what I would call a basic rock step and then bringing my partner over to the side. Versus what you see beginners do a lot is go rock, lift the hand up and the leaders go, and then move over to the other side. And then again, leaders are going to go rock, lift the hand up, go. So you're doing that movement I talked about earlier, but you're doing it for yourself versus your partner, and you go to the other side. Meanwhile, the follower is in the middle, not getting led anywhere. So leaders, if you think about being the base, there's a couple things you can do with your rock step. I'm going to give you some fun things to do messing with the rock step. So here's the basic rock. What if we do ball change, ball change? 1, 2, and 1, and 2. 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 So all of this is just going to be based on for lack of a better count, the 1, 2. We're just going to assume it happens on the 1, 2. Lindy Hop, Jitterbug. Jitterbug teachers will count to 6 over and over. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. And 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. And 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Lindy Hop. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 1 and 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So our first styling or our first messing with the rock step is ball change, ball change. You can do that as a leader or a follower. And 1 and 2. Okay, let's keep going. How much time do I have left? I'm going to try to keep this to 30-ish minutes. We're doing good. Any questions out there? Facebook land. Anybody out there? Hello? Nothing. Such good stuff. All right, here we go. So now what I'm going to do is instead of doing the rock step, I'm going to do a stretch up triple step, stretch up, triple step, stretch up, boom. So I'm still taking my hips away. It's kind of hard to do with no partner, but I'm moving the hips, but I'm not stepping back on that left foot. I'm stretching up, triple step. Because if I did a 1, 2, I'm going to go 1, 2, bringing that foot back up. So now that's going to be called a stretch. So I'm going to go rock, step, triple, triple. Ball change, triple, triple. Stretch up, triple step, triple step. Okay, we're going to do a figure 4. So instead of doing rock, step, ball change, stretch up, I'm going to do rock, step, triple, triple, rock, step, triple. I call this a figure 4 because I make a 4 with my heel, boom, coming up. And you'll notice, as a leader, I'm giving a nice little twist. So I can lead my partner in a rock step. It's like that stretch up, but instead of taking the stretch back, I'm going stretch up, triple, triple, figure 4, triple, triple, figure 4. My hips are coming back slightly, leading, boom, pivoting in the ball of the foot, boom. Maybe you take it in front. Rock step, triple, triple, a rock step, triple, triple, a rock step, triple, triple. Okay, so we got, we have a question. Hey, hi Lori. Thanks for chiming in. Appreciate it. Okay, so messing with the rock step. Ball change. Stretch up. Figure 4. Okay, for leaders, I might do this in Jitterbug, but most of the time I do it in Lindy Hop. Again, just a styling. It's a step. And when I do this for the Lindy Hop, it actually leads the followers forward, which we're going to get into. And I'm going to do what I call a stretch scoot. And you notice how I kind of get this nice line in my body, FTD florist kind of delivery. So watch this from this angle. I'm going to stretch scoot. Now what that does is when I do that stretch scoot, my hips are moving back and back. Back, back. And so now that's for the leaders. So the styling on the 1, 2, or the rock step, the BB, the buzz, whatever you want to call it, the quick. It doesn't matter what you call it. But instead of going step, instead of going and step, instead of going figure 4, instead of going stretch up, I'm going to do a stretch scoot. I'm taking 2 steps, step back, stretching, but then because I don't have my foot right underneath me or close to my hip, I'm going to scoot that foot underneath me. That makes me go back. Now watch this, followers, this is crazy. So if you're connected to your partner and you feel that, what is your step going to be? If you feel the leader go back, if we're connection junkies, you're going to feel forward, as far as the core movement goes. So the leader stretch scoots, you go forward. That would be the core basic element. Now remember, the teacher just got done saying rock step 1,000 times. And everybody thinks rock step is this. And so I know on the social floor when I'm dancing with a follower who thinks the beginning of every movement in swing dancing is this. Because I will lead this forward in my body. I'm going back, leading my follower forward. And I feel the follower go, oh no! And their arm shoots out and the leg goes back. And they go, oh, my shoulder hurts. I'm like, yeah, it probably does because you took your whole body back because you thought it was a rock step. and you didn't feel through your connection the fact that the step, the rock step, was a forward movement. This gets us into the next thing for the followers. Guess what? When you go forward, you have the option to do what? Twist, twist, swivel, swivel. So oftentimes when I'll show followers swivels or twists, Jackie's much better at this, but I'll have them walk and twist. Walk and twist. Watch that from the back. Woo! So I'm going to walk and twist. Walk and twist. So in the Lindy hop, this is a very signature moment. Usually at the end of the triple step, followers will prep and do a twist, twist. But to me, that's just a styling on the rock step. When I first started dancing in Chicago years ago, 1998, I would dance at this place called Liquid. And I'll never forget, her name is Julie Solomon. And I was leading her in very bad jitterbug. And every time I lead her in a rock step, even though it was 6 count, remember, you're supposed to go rock step on a 6 count because that's what I was leading. She'd go fop, fop, triple, triple, fop, fop, triple. I was like, what are you doing? And she's like, that's part of the Lindy hop. You're going to love it. And it changed my life because then I went to a Lindy hop class. I'm like, oh, there's a twist, twist in Lindy hop. But again, don't think like Lindy hop, you have to twist, twist, and jitterbug, you have to rock step. I'm giving you all these options to mess with the rock step. Okay, and leaders, man, if you want to do a little twist, twist, or girl, whatever, it doesn't matter. So instead of going rock step, ball change, stretch up, figure 4, hoop back, twist, twist. So we got all kinds of good stuff. Let's see, I got the ball change, the figure 4, the twist, twist. Okay, stretch up. Okay, so how are we doing on time? Love the styling. Thanks, Dory. Oh man, it's already 30 minutes. I can't believe it. I can, every night, I'm telling you, I could go hours on everything that I'm working on. Okay, let me give you a couple more really quick. And again, anybody that donates $5 or more, I will send a PDF with all of this kind of written out. If you're a teacher, it'd be a great resource to have. As a student, you can take it out, look at it, kind of analyze it. It's just the way my brain works. So if you donate $5 or more, you'll get this whole write-up. Okay, let's quickly go through the others because it's kind of fun. So another one is a heel pop. So instead of going rock step, you do a heel pop. And so you can do this a couple ways. You can pop up on your heels or just lean your body back. Either way, I kind of like the pop up. So I go rock step, triple, triple, rock step, triple, or lean it, rock step, triple. It's a very Frankie style, that little heel pop. Hop, boom, or get a hop in there. Hop, pop, a dee, dee, dee. So a heel pop, rock step. This one's kind of cool. Man, I think I got this. Man, I'm trying to remember. I was in New York City in a class, I think at Swing 46, and this cat was just doing these cool rhythms with his feet, talking about rock step stuff, and he did this, and I thought, that's crazy, but when I tried it, it was actually fun. So instead of going rock step, I'm going to go rock step. Yeah? So as a follower, especially since you're getting led forward, back to that forward movement, what if you did a quick pivot? Now it looks opposite from your twist, but again, if you don't do it all the time, because people will be like, you're doing everything backwards. But let's say you got a twist, triple step, pop, pop, triple step, cross, a triple step, pop. Leaders, instead of going a stretch, scoot, triple step, hop, pop, pop, ba-da, ba-shot, shot, da-ka-dee-dee. Did you see it? It's so good. Cross. So instead of rock, step, pivot in the ball. Again, don't do this. Don't have one foot going one direction and the other foot going another direction. Get that quality of movement. Don't take this moment for granted. Pivot, cross. Everything will feel good. And as you come out of it, you'll pivot into the triple step, whether it's 6 count, 8 count, whatever. Okay, cross. We did a stretch up. Kickaway. This is super cool. So usually it's done in the Lindy hop, but there's no reason it can't be done in the jitterbug. So instead of me doing a rock step there, I'm going to a triple. I'm going to kick away. Triple. So if I did that in a Lindy hop, I might be here, do a basic stretch, scoot, triple step, 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 triple step, kick away, triple step. Now notice, again, I can't stress enough the power of this pivot. Kick away, triple step. If you're following, you would have a nice twist, twist maybe, or a walk, walk. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Kick away, triple step. 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we call that a kick away, whether it's pivoting on your left foot, kicking away with your right, or pivoting on your right foot, kicking away with your left. Okay, and last but not least, let's see if we can get this under 40 minutes. Oh, this is so good. Okay, now we're going to do a kickball change. This, without a doubt, is like every teacher's kind of go-to when they're like, speaking from experience, we got 10 minutes left in class, not enough time to teach a whole new move. Teachers, you know what I'm talking about. So what do? Throw the old kickball change at them. Hey, by the way, everyone, whatever moves you were just doing, 6 count, 8 count, whatever count, replace any rock step. And again, I go back to us teachers. I'm guilty of it too. Just saying rock step for the sake of rock step, but replace every rock step with a kickball change. When you do a rock step as a leader, you go left, right. Your weight ends on your right foot. When you do a kickball change, you go 1 and 2. Weight ends up in the right foot. So in a jitterbug, instead of going rock step, triple step, kick ball change, triple step. In a Lindy hop, step, step, triple step, triple step, kick ball change, triple step, triple step. For the followers, same thing as you're getting led in. Or if you get a rock step in jitterbug, followers going back on the right foot, going rock step, triple step, and then go kick ball change, triple. If you're doing a Lindy hop, you might go twist, triple step. When you come out, you know you want to do a kickball change and being led forward. Or you put it into your twist, kickball change, triple step. So instead of going twist, you do a twist ball change. So again, like the power of all these fun little variations messing with the rock step, the 1, 2, the step, the BB, the buzz, whatever you want to call it. Okay, leaders, last but not least, this kickball change idea, I'm going to take it right into smooth style, Hollywood style, Dean Collins, Lindy hop, that cat, watch his feet closely. What does he do when he swings out? Shoot, triple, hop, bop, bop, shoot. What is he doing? He's doing a kickball change, but he's taking it back. Kickball change. In the business, we call this a hitch kick. And again, don't think of it as like, I have to do this in smooth style or Hollywood style or Dean Collins style. Think of it as doing it anytime. It's a variation on a variation. So the basic core movement is a rock step. My variation is a kickball change. Instead, I'm going to take it backwards. Shoot, pop, pop. Or maybe I do that little stretch ball change. Dinner's done. Hold on 1 second. That's hilarious. I thought I'd be done by now. So, okay, chicken's all done. It's all good. Okay. This is so good. This stuff is so good that I want you to just kind of mess with this. And let me turn the mic on. Okay, so now, when you have all this stuff in your repertoire, especially as a follower, I'll hear sometimes like, man, I don't get led anywhere on the floor. I'm just kind of standing in place as the leader's going around me. Great, stand in place. Do a kickball change, ball change, stretch, figure 4, shabba-dee-boop, bop, bop, boop, boop, boop. It doesn't matter. Start to mess with the rock step. Thank you, Stacy. Fun variations. All right, let's wrap this up. Jim says, you've mentioned several times that the follower should be feeling forward, leads during our rock step. But how does that mesh with the idea that on the rock, we normally give a little push to lead her backwards to a stretch? For me personally, if I'm doing jitterbug, I typically give that push. Going back to this, I typically give a push, pull, triple, push, pull, triple. But guess what? I might want to go into a 8 count Lindy in the middle of whatever. So what am I going to give? Stretch, scoot. Look at the connection. Jitterbug, jitterbug, triple, triple, jitterbug, triple, triple, Lindy hop. If I had to label it, but I don't want you to think of it that way, especially in the context of this discussion we had tonight. Don't think of it as a jitterbug or a Lindy hop, or I'm supposed to lead a rock step, or I'm supposed. And again, Jim, I think this is the issue because again, so many teachers have said rock step for the sake of rock step. And so in our students' heads, they have this idea of a rock step, and the rock step has to be always backwards because that's typically how a teacher teaches it. Hopefully tonight has changed your life forever, and you will think of the rock step as 2 steps. What do I do with those 2 steps? Am I back and under? Am I rotating? Am I going back and forward? Am I going forward, forward? Am I doing a twist, twist? Am I going ball change, ball change? Am I doing a figure 4? Am I hitch kicking? Am I kick, ball changing? The possibilities are endless. Come up with some of your own. Comment here if you have other things that you like to do on the rock step. And this might be the first time you've ever heard that this is a chance for you to play and get creative in your movement in a rock step. Ladies and gentlemen, Joel's College of Swing Era Knowledge, giving you all the goodness in my head. Once again, if you donate, look above, look at the description. If you donate $5 or more, you will get a PDF explaining all of this goodness that's in my head, a great resource for teachers, a great resource for dancers. Print it off and then have it with you at the dance to look at all the cool variations you can do, and then maybe add all your other variations. And please send me your ideas and the things that you're doing playing with the rock step. Cool. All right, good. I'm glad Lori says I've been taught that over the years. I love it. Again, I'm just giving you the experience that I've had watching beginners, watching dancers in general. A couple weeks ago, I did a class for the Jitterbug, the rhythms of Jitterbug, triple steps, kick steps, step taps, the 3 core rhythms. Now you want to go crazy. You start messing with all of these rock step variations, plus the 3 fundamental rhythms of Jitterbug and creating polyrhythms, and you've got yourself a tremendously fun dance doing some 6-count stuff here and there. Throw it into your Lindy hop, figure out how to throw it into your bell, your Charleston. It's all good. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed tonight's College of Swing Era Knowledge. I am Joel Plys. Monday, Jazz. Tuesday, Charleston. Wednesdays, Lindy Hop and Jitterbug. Thursdays, 7 o'clock. Thursday evening, swing. Regular class for Spokane. Friday, shag. Saturday, bell bow and bell swing concepts. Sunday, teachers and organizers. As always, I hope you enjoyed. Please donate. Night, night. Crazy about you.